Welcome to your free English lesson. This series will focus on determiners. This lesson will cover distributives. It is important to write when you are asked to. It helps you to learn. You can use a whiteboard, but ideally a notebook would be best. That way, you can keep a record of your learning. There are 5 intended learning outcomes to achieve by the end of the lesson. 1. We are learning that determiners are words that come before a noun phrase. 2. We are learning that determiners introduce and modify a noun in a noun phrase. 3. We are learning that determiners give information about a person or thing, such as definiteness, quantity, possession, or proximity. 4. We are learning that distributives refer to members of a group individually. 5. We are learning that distributives show how something is shared out. A determiner is a function word placed before a noun or before adjectives that describe the noun to clarify what the noun refers to. Determiners do not stand alone. They work with nouns to form noun phrases. Determiners anchor the noun in context. They make the noun more precise and communicative. Determiners help to answer questions like, which one? Whose? How many? Or how much? Is it specific or general? Distributives specify if something specifically applies to each individual member of a set. Distributive determiners indicate that something applies to each individual member of a set rather than the group as a whole. They always appear before a singular noun. They emphasize individual consideration. They modify nouns to show that a property, action, or choice applies individually to members of a group. Let's look at each. The meaning. It refers to every member of a group, considered separately. The usage. It is always followed by a singular noun. It can also be used with some object forms of pronouns. Here are some examples. Each student received a certificate. Each of us has a part to play. In this second example, each is being used with a pronoun. Each of us. With pronouns, they sound like this. Each of you, each of us, each of them. Let's look at every. The meaning. It refers to all members of a group collectively, but still considered individually. Usage. It is always followed by a singular noun. It can also be used with some object forms of pronouns. Here are some examples. Every one of them was awarded a medal. I check every box before shipping. In the first example, every is being used with a pronoun. Every one is written as 2 words and functions like a pronoun meaning each individual member. With pronouns, they sound like this. Every one of you. Every one of us. Every one of them. Let's look at either. The meaning. It refers to one or the other of 2 items. The usage. It is always followed by a singular noun. It is always used in choices or alternatives. Here are some examples. You can take either road to get there. Either option is fine by me. Let's look at neither. The meaning. It refers to not one or the other of two items. It is a negative distributive, only used with two alternatives. The usage. It is always followed by a singular noun. It is often paired with nor in a sentence. Here are some examples. Neither answer is correct. Neither of the two proposals was approved. Although neither is a negative distributive, it cannot be used in the middle of a sentence. To express negatively in the middle of a sentence, you must use either. An example of this is, we don't like either option. Write these sentences. Use the correct distributive in the blanks. Each, every, either, neither. 1. Of the employees received a bonus last year. 2. Of the two paths leads to the river. 3. I want of you to explain your idea. 4. Of the answers is correct. 5. You can take of the two trains. 6. Of my friends enjoys playing chess. 7. I don't like of the movies on the list. 8. There are two routes to get there. You can take. 9. Of the books on the shelf belongs to me. 10. One of the drivers was ready. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. 1. Each of the employees received a bonus last year. You should have written each. 2. Either of the two paths leads to the river. You should have written either. 3. I want each of you to explain your idea. You should have written each. 4. Neither of the answers is correct. You should have written neither. 5. You can take either of the two trains. You should have written either. 6. Neither of my friends enjoys playing chess. You should have written neither. 7. I don't like either of the movies on the list. You should have written either. 8. There are two routes to get there. You can take either. You should have written either. 9. Each of the books on the shelf belongs to me. You should have written each. 10. Every one of the drivers was ready. You should have written every. Here is an extender for anyone who would like a challenge. Use the correct distributive phrase. Each of plus the pronoun, or every one of plus the pronoun to complete the sentence. 1. Of you should bring your notebook to class. 2. of them has finished the assignment. 3 of us is responsible for cleaning the room. 4 of them was invited to the ceremony. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. 1. Each of you should bring your notebook to class. The correct distributive is each to show individual members of the group you. 2. Each of them has finished the assignment. Each is the correct distributive to show individual members of the group them. 3. Each of us is responsible for cleaning the room. Each is the correct distributive to show individual responsibility from the group us. 4. Every one of them was invited to the ceremony. Every one is the correct distributive to show all members of the group individually. Thank you for watching this video. Watch it as many times as you need to master the intended learning outcomes. I hope that the content helped you to learn more about distributives. Please like and subscribe for more lessons. There is a lot to learn, so don't give up. Keep believing in yourself and you will learn. See you next time. Bye.